Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. It's about football, but Beerly. I am your host, Zachary Smith. Joined with me as always are my two very good friends, Carrie Dempsey and Sid from Toy Story. How are you doing?
Did you forget our names? Oh, you forgot. Okay, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. I was like, he forgot our names. No, he forgot his roast. All right.
Your takes for week one were so bad you don't even deserve a name this week.
Wow.
Oh, we'll get into that. You don't deserve a name. You don't deserve a voice for what I'm about to do to you. I'm going to rip that thing out your throat.
All right.
Can't
wait.
Anyways, my real name is Trev Scott, not Sid from Toy Story. You know? But, yeah.
He's all grown up.
I'm all grown up. I don't burn toys anymore.
You play a big boy toy.
What are you guys drinking tonight?
I got back. I'll go first because mine's extremely boring. I got back from Fort Myers not too long ago. I didn't even have time to stop at the store and get a cool beer. So I got an okay beer, a Coors Banquet. You know, it's light. I'm a light guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What
take
about
it
you,
heavy.
Carrie?
So for my birthday, my parents got me like 30 beers.
Hey!
All different. So the next 30 episodes, we're going to be seeing crazy beers every week. So tonight, I got an from the Orange Blossom Brewing Company, Orange Blossom Pilsner.
Okay.
Honey Pilsner.
Crack
Good
it. Crack
stuff.
it. I want to hear the crack. Oh, you already.
Good.
How is it? First sip? Thoughts?
That's good. I like
Out
that.
of 10? 0 to 10?
I give it an 8.5. It's pretty good.
Okay. All the all the Beerly birthdays are over for the year, I think. Well,
Exactly.
of all the people that I know, it's their birthday.
Fair. All right, Trevor. Right off the bat.
No, wait. I have to
Wait,
say beer.
come on.
Damn.
Oh wait.
Because it's part of me taking a punishment. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So, I predicted the Dolphins would lose Week 1 against New England, and they won. Okay. So,
Big
for my
Kona,
beer,
Big Wave?
I got a Kona Big Wave.
Yes, sir. That was a good bet. Good bet, Carrie.
So I need to put on some slippas.
Slippas?
What? Like Cinderella?
And hang out with my Ohana, which means family.
Oh,
Wow.
fact. He's Hawaiian now. Okay, can I get a Tua?
No.
Can I get a?
So first off,
Can I
I
get a
will say
Tagovailoa?
this. Tua didn't look great.
No, that was a typical Tua game.
He's mediocre. Super mid.
He doesn't have to be that good with that team.
Okay.
Was there
He
another
also
bet,
played
Zach? I
against
think
New
you said-
England, who even you say has one of the
Yeah,
worst
they-
rosters in the NFL. So
Yeah.
we'll see them against real teams here soon.
Yeah, that should be a good game this week against the Ravens. That's actually one of our pick'em games this week. We'll get into that later.
So
And shout out
I
to
have
Nigamala.
before we go into pick'em or anything else,
There's another bet you got to pay up on, baby.
another bet I got to pay up
Oh
on.
yes, I'm happy.
Tabasco.
I'm in good spirits.
I gotta unclog it.
What was this one for?
This was for the Atlanta Falcons New Orleans Saints game.
Yeah.
Me and Zach did some arguing about Marcus Mariota a couple weeks
Which,
ago.
by the way, he did good. I just want to
I'll
point
give him
that
his
out.
props. I'll give him his props.
The problem was I said he'd throw for 230 yards, at least
We had a
230
line.
yards,
We
and
had
he
a line.
threw for 215.
I don't think he's gonna touch 300 this season.
I think he can. I think he
I
can.
wouldn't put it past him for one or two games.
Maybe.
So Zach is leaving us, but Zach is gonna have to take two shots of vodka. No, 2 shots of hot sauce because he lost that bet. We had a line. Marcus Mariota did look good, but we had a line of specific yards, 250. I banged the under. He was so confident about the over.
All right, Trevor.
He didn't
I'm gonna rip into you this week, but before we even talk about NFL, your boy Anthony Richardson, Florida. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that loss?
Okay. You gotta let me talk. My
Yeah.
first thought is first of all, you're not gonna rip into me. I'm good. I'm gonna rip into you. If you're gonna rip into me, I'm gonna rip into you, and I'm ripping to Zach too. And Zach's back. We can't talk about the Florida Gators because
Oh.
Zach just got back. So now we can't talk
you-
about it. But it's okay. We took an L. We didn't really take an L.
You ready for Georgia, bud?
We will be. We're not ready right now, but we will be.
It's taking some time to fill this thing up.
Yeah, I know. It's got that little thing on the lid. But we're making progress.
Trevor, what'd you think of the Alabama game?
You know, that was actually when I was driving. That was after I had some morning obligations. So I was driving to Fort Myers, listening to that game on the radio. And that was a great game to listen to on the radio.
What game?
The Alabama Texas.
Texas
Texas
was almost back. It was so close.
Let's see it.
Cheers to Marcus Mariota.
Cheers to Marcus Mariota.
May we all,
I believe in you.
Pay up on our bets.
You are the true starter in Atlanta.
May we all pay up on our bets this year. Jeez Louise. How was that?
Actually, it was pretty good.
Zach, when you're on the toilet at 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., I want you to think of me, man. Because I'm going to be sleeping nicely. And it's going to be all Marcus Mariota's fault.
Did the beer just wash it down nice?
Yeah.
Good combo.
Man.
Honestly, Tabasco's not that hot.
Yeah, it's really not.
Okay, it's more about what it's going to do to you. I didn't want it to be hot. I wanted it to poison you.
Wow.
Thanks. Okay.
Psychological warfare.
What were you guys talking about while I was getting the...
Healthcare warfare. Oh, we weren't. We were actually just talking about you should follow us on Twitter. If you haven't already, at Beerly Football, at Beerly Sports. There's nothing else super important we need to bring up right now. Any other sports fans? We got a lot of sports up there in the bio. But
there's
everything like that.
Wait, did we talk about a big matchup in the SEC this week?
No, I mean, yeah, we did. We already talked about it when you were gone. That's what
Oh
we're
man,
talking
big
about.
game against Florida against Kentucky.
Okay, big game against Southern Miss, Zach. I don't want to go into this.
Trevor, how do you feel that Will Levis outplayed Anthony Richardson?
Will Levis is a punk. I don't call people punks. He's a punk.
He's a better QB than Richardson.
No, I would not even say that. Look at you. You stuck in the moment. Goodness. You're lost in the sauce, Gary. If it was that, wow.
Anthony Richardson looks like ass.
Okay, and when a hot girl walks by you, what's the first thing you look at? Exactly.
Her face, her personality.
Yeah. Baby, let me see your personality.
You know what's a great...
I like the way those pants show off your personality. I'm sorry, I'm talking like a degenerate right now. What'd you think, Gary?
What about that one interception? Was that great?
Gary, shut up. I don't want to think about that anymore.
Speaking of turnovers, let's talk about, the quarterback conversation that's been happening on this show.
Whoa.
5 turnovers, bud?
We could get into that. I mean, is that one of y'all's points? I mean, I don't want to take away one of y'all's points. If it's one of your, we each got 5 points we want to go over this week.
Oh wait, yeah. Let's do the 5 points. Let's do the 5 points.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Okay, so I'll go first. My first point. I thought that the Jaguars looked exactly how I expected them to look coming into this year.
Oh, Zach, I told Carrie that's what you were going to say, and you're cooking. And, and they're still on pace to win how many games?
I don't know. We're through 1 week of the year.
I know, but how did they look? How much do you expect them to win?
I thought that, honestly...
From what you've seen?
From what I've seen, I think at least 6.
They're on schedule to win at least 6 games.
Yeah.
You went from 9 to 6.
I mean, that was one of the games I had them winning, so...
Yeah, me too.
If they couldn't win that game, they're not going to win a lot. Trevor Lawrence is not good. Again. He looked exactly the same quarterback he was last year. He's not the generational quarterback people think he's going to be.
Okay. So
Doug Peterson is not going to save him like you think.
So
he's not good.
So I have a question for you, Kerry, because
sure.
You're a big Tua fanboy, right?
No.
Kerry, yes you are. You're a Tua fanboy.
He's probably 25th best quarterback in the league. I wouldn't say it's a big fanboy.
You dropped him. I'm not going to lie. You tried to sneak that in there. You had him at like 16 like 2 weeks ago.
You didn't?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm not letting that slide like that.
I never had him that high. You can go back and check.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's just to make people go back and listen.
The first thing I want to say is that Tua, his team led that entire football game. He was never put in a situation where he needed to throw the football.
We're talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly. Well, you talk about Trevor Lawrence like he sucks ass, and then whenever I talk about Tua and the fact that I think he's not very good, you're like, "Oh, Trevor Lawrence sucks dick." Blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna bring up Trevor Lawrence.
Bottom 5 quarterback right now.
Huh?
Trevor Lawrence is a bottom 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
I mean, we can look at statistically that's not the case, but okay.
The fighting words.
Oh, just wait, buddy. We're going to get you later.
So, Trevor Lawrence...
I'm a slippery cat.
Trevor Lawrence played fine that game. He did not play great. He threw a lot of passes off his back foot because he was under a lot of pressure all game. I know that I'm the only one that watched that game in this podcast because Kerry only watches Red Zone. Trevor doesn't even watch football.
Exactly.
No, Kerry could actually tell you something about that. We got mimosas, not to distract away from football too much, but we got mimosas, and we got there like an hour early. So we started drinking like an hour before football. And they had this one TV on. It was like, you might have to bleep this out. I don't know if we want to give people free shout-outs. Like Happy TV or something with like all these videos of like puppies and like all this other stuff. And I started watching that a little bit. But when football came on, I swear I watched football.
He was watching that instead of football.
No, I wasn't. I swear I was watching football.
Okay. Anyway.
He was like, what game do you want on this TV? I was like, no, just leave it, actually.
I think Lawrence did okay. Okay? I expected the weakest part of this Jacksonville Jaguars team to be its secondary, and I was right.
Fair.
Okay? So, the fact that we were able to put up 22 points after trailing 14-3 at halftime, taking the lead with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and then ended up losing that game because our defense gave up 2 bombs. Well, I'm okay with that.
Carson Wentz's 2 bad interceptions got them back in the game, too.
Only one was a bad interception. One was a freak athlete making a freak play.
Dude, I said this to Trevor. Carson Wentz is Daniel Jones 2.0.
Carson Wentz is better than Daniel Jones.
No. They're both decent. Wentz is obviously a lot better.
That's not the analogy you made to me. You made a different analogy.
No. But
because I agreed with your analogy. I don't agree with that.
Every game, they're always going to do decent, but they're going to make stupid plays.
You're telling me every game Daniel Jones is going to do decent?
Like, look
what
at Daniel
planet
Jones.
Are you on?
Look at Daniel Jones this week.
Oh my goodness, Kerry, you're the epitome of my point number 3. Sure. And we're going to get there eventually.
Okay, anyway, that was my point number 1. Okay.
Wait, I want to say one thing about your point number 1, Zach.
Okay.
I don't disagree with really anything that you've said because I'm an optimist. But that Trevor Lawrence throw, the interception, is right now the number 1 worst throw of the year.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was bad. No, it was.
The worst throw of the year.
It was a bad throw. I'm not going to say it wasn't a bad throw. He was rolling left off his back foot, trying to throw the ball 40 yards down the field. It was a terrible pass. Should have just thrown it out of bounds, but he didn't.
Terrible might be standing for a couple weeks.
Huh?
At one point, you're going to be disappointed in him.
You think I wasn't disappointed in him last year? I can blame it on Urban Meyer, but I can still be disappointed in his play.
But, like, obviously you've hyped him up this offseason and you think Peterson's going to really turn him around. At what point do you not really start to see big increases that you're going to be...
What?
Did Jacksonville not look better this week than they did all of last year?
Lawrence didn't. He looked like the same quarterback last year. He looked like the guy.
Throwing for 275 yards, coming from behind to take the lead in the fourth quarter. That's the quarterback we had last year. Kerry, that's the dumbest fucking opinion I've ever seen.
Dude, Matt Ryan threw for 350 yards because he threw it 50 times. Same thing. Just because you throw the ball a lot and get a lot of yards doesn't make you a good quarterback.
Gary, I didn't know you were this much of a hater. Like,
it's bad. Am I wrong? Is this bad?
You have been studying this shit.
Is a 75 QBR good?
Huh? But you're a hater.
75 QBR, is that good?
That's a rating. No. That's not QBR, actually. Because QBR is on a scale of 1 to 100.
QBR is different.
Wait, he had a 48 QBR.
Guess who he had a higher QBR than? Carson Wentz, who was on the other team and threw 4 touchdowns.
Damn.
Two terrible interceptions.
Damn.
46.2 to 48.4 QBR. So fuck off, Kerry.
Zach, I thought you were down and out, and you just punched from the ground. That was crazy. Higher QBR. You waited until he brought up QBR.
I did. I definitely did.
Oh my God, that was a W.
Okay.
Kerry, kill yourself.
Point number 2. Point number 2. Indianapolis made the least upgrade possible at the quarterback position when getting Matt Ryan.
Dude, Zach, no.
Yes. In fact,
he was not good.
In fact, I tweeted this today because
you just said out of 48 QBR. Now you're saying he's good.
I'm saying that Matt Ryan was supposed to be this huge upgrade from Carson Wentz, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's an MVP.
He played terrible.
Carson Wentz had an MVP year before he got hurt.
But, like, quarterbacks, their first year in a new team, like, it takes a second.
I will give that the Colts have a terrible receiving core. Besides Pittman.
So here I tweeted this earlier. In fact, this is how solid I think I am on this point.
I'm lost.
So they just cut Rodrigo Blankenship, who did not have a good week 1. Okay, without a doubt, did not play great.
Yeah.
But this is what I tweeted. I said, cutting the kicker after your offense's embarrassing performance. Way to go, Colts. You downgraded at quarterback for an old choker, and when he can't get the job done, you're shocked.
Here's what I'll say about that. Even when your leg is broke and you're on the toilet, you still got to wipe your ass.
That was another great comeback, and I'm sure you're going to be a lot tonight, but
all I'm saying is how many people took the Colts to lose this game? That's not a fan of Houston.
I think most are the epitome of my point number 3.
Most people had Houston as the worst team in the AFC. And they choked at the end, but they should have won that game.
They should have won that game, yeah.
There's no reason the Colts should have been in that game.
No. Okay. Point number 3. I kind of talked about it earlier, but Atlanta looked a lot better than people were expecting them to look.
Oh, yeah. A
lot better.
That's exciting. And that has to do with my point number 5, which will be the last point on the show because Kerry's going next. But, okay, I like that, Zach.
This is number 4. The Denver Broncos.
You just waited 2 seconds to piss me off.
The Denver Broncos made a huge mistake.
Where's my box?
Trading as much as they did, paying Russell Wilson as much as they did, to lose to the Seattle Seahawks, who again, on this show, this man right here, Sid from Toy Story, said the Seahawks were one of the worst teams in football.
Which they are.
And the Denver Broncos, who are supposed to be a Super Bowl contender, just lost to them.
Are the Rams a Super Bowl contender? They just lost week 1.
They looked horrible. I don't think they are.
But they lost to the Bills.
And they lost to the Bills. Another Super Bowl contender.
First of all, can I just say, Russ went, he had a great completion percentage. He threw 340 yards.
No. Do not bring up completion percentage. You need to watch that game.
He did not play well.
He played well.
No, he did not. Watch the game.
Trevor, you didn't watch the game.
You didn't.
Trevor, you were getting drunk in a pool. You were not watching the game.
There was a TV. That was Sunday night.
No, that was
Monday night. We were at Tiki.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were.
We were at the pool with Jared Roberts.
No, that was...
Trevor, go back and watch the game.
What day is it? Wait, what day is it right now?
Trevor, watch the game and give your thoughts next week.
Watch the game, give your thoughts next week. Russell Wilson could not, and I'm going to say this for everyone who's not paying attention, he could not complete a ball beyond 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Do you know what's very interesting?
He looked horrible.
Y'all about to make me sketch in a point number 6.
What?
Zach, what were your thoughts on the end of that game?
The end of that game, taking
it instead of going for it.
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Because he doesn't have trust in Russ? Is that?
I mean, maybe? Why would you after watching that game?
Holy shit!
But
okay, this is disrespectful.
Brandon McManus 1 of 6 all time from 60 plus, and they decided to kick a 64-yarder to win the game.
Second longest field goal in NFL history to try and win the game. Instead of trusting your $200 million quarterback to pick up 5 yards.
Can I just say this? Because this is a perfect time to bring this up. This is not one of my points, but I did want to talk about this tonight.
Okay.
The way Geno Smith was talking after the game was crazy to me.
Yeah.
They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Bro, 17 points. Like, you played all right. A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. He needs to relax.
All right.
If they lose that game, he's not shit.
Remember, he wasn't bad last year.
No, he played good for one game.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be good this whole season. But.
And speaking of the coach, Nathaniel Hackett, because I'll admit when I'm wrong, I had him as a finalist for Coach of the Year. I might have even had him winning the thing, but I definitely had him as a finalist. And when he was like in the press game, the post game, he was like, yeah, looking back at it, we definitely should have gone for it. And then like what Kerry was said with the 1 for 9 or 1 for 6 with field goals over 61 yards. And then how good Russ has historically been on 4th down as well. That was disappointing. That was an L. That was an L take. Nathaniel Hackett, Coach of the Year.
Well, they had no choice after they let 40 seconds run off the clock for no fucking reason.
Look like Chase Claypool.
All right.
Don't speak to someone that never watched the game.
Yeah. So my last take.
All right, haters.
And this is kind of going on my Jags take a little bit. Based off of how the AFC South played this year, I feel like my take is even more sound on the Jags being a contender for the division.
Okay, first of all, no. You're hating on the Colts, and I had to draw in a 0.6 on why you guys are hating on the Colts. But no.
Okay, so the Colts tied Houston, who a lot of people picked as one of the worst teams in the NFL. Okay,
not me.
Tennessee lost to the Giants.
I want to say Derrick Henry did not look good again. He's done. He's never the running back he was.
You're the epitome of my point number 3.
He's done.
My point number 3, I should have you sign it, and then I could frame it.
Okay, so Tennessee, a lot worse than expected coming into this year. And that is my 5 points coming off of week 1.
Okay, I like that, Zach. Good point.
Any other last thoughts about any of the games? Or
I think I didn't write this down as a point, but I thought Tom Brady looked like he finally hit that wall.
Yeah,
he looked like garbage.
The thing the Cowboys sucked.
Yeah, exactly.
But Julio Jones, he looked good though. Looked like old Julio out there.
I mean, he had 2 catches. Oh, wait, no, that's rushes. Sorry.
Terry.
He had 3 catches.
You are like, because 1 week you'll be like, Julio's done. He sucks. Whatever. Plays good once, and then you're like, Julio looked good out there. Yeah.
He looked in 1 game. I didn't say he's... Same thing with Saquon. Saquon looked like old Saquon, but I don't think he...
I told y'all that was going to happen because this is the first year I'm telling you not to take him in fantasy, and of course he's going to go off. I'm cursed.
Yes, so.
One more thing I wanted to add. Baker looks good. I think he's going to be starting in Carolina.
He started off slow.
He started off slow, but he looked great.
And then he had a great finish. But
yeah.
Dude, Robbie Anderson complaining about him as QB, and then he gets a 75-yard touchdown pass at the end there.
Yeah, fuck Robbie Anderson.
Life is funny sometimes.
Also, Dak hurt. Cowboys season over.
Supposedly, they're not going to put him on
IR.
So it might only be 3 or 4 games. But I guess
it might be.
They're saying at least 6 weeks.
They said it said 3 to. They want it. They see a potential with him coming back in 3 to 4 games. That's why they didn't place him on IR.
Well, not that makes a difference because he was under 50% completion percentage, had a 15 QBR and a 47 rating.
Their line was horrible.
It might be toast for them if he misses too much time because the Eagles look good.
Yeah, I don't think it even matters if Dak's there. This Cowboys team is not good.
No.
Eagles might do it. Maybe the Bucks just are, baby.
Micah Parsons look good.
Yeah, man. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah. He's going to hold teams to 19 points all by himself, and they're not going to win 6 games.
I should have had him on my top 20.
Yeah, you should have. I told you guys. Nobody listened to me, but.
All right, who wants to go next? I think Trevor should go because you did a lot of talking last.
No. I want to react. So
okay.
I gotta go last. And I got a good one. So I'll let Carrie go next. Carrie.
All right. First, I want to give a shout out to my uncle that passed away last week. Huge Patriots fan. Probably
Cheers
glad he didn't have to watch that game. Cheers to him.
Jesus, Carrie. Cheers to him and his family.
Cheers.
In honor of that, I will start out. The Dolphins are for real. I really like this team.
Cook.
Stop.
Their defense.
Carrie, I hate the way you think, but you're cooking.
No. Their defense is top 3. Zach, do you agree with that?
Maybe.
If not top 5.
We've seen them play one team who you said has the worst offensive. I don't care.
Tua
in the NFL.
Tua did not even play. He was traditional Tua. He looked okay. He missed a lot of throws, but the game wasn't even close with him playing like that. Waddle and Hill took that game over. Their running game was terrible too.
Yeah.
This team is so talented. If Tua just plays even average, this team is going far. If he, for some way, steps it up, this team is a contender in the AFC.
What?
Carrie,
don't do the fucking wobble shit. What was that? Do you see that?
Oh,
he goes,
goodness. Jeez Louise. Carrie with the mic drop.
That's so bad. I hate that.
Never know. I think this is the worst Patriots team I have seen in my life.
That's probably true.
Terrible.
That's probably true. They're bad.
Their line is terrible.
Yep.
Their receivers are not good.
Yep.
Mac is mediocre at best.
Yep.
The only good thing they have going for them is their running backs.
Well, and I'll say this. I think that Patriots fan putting this loss on Mac is a little crazy.
Yeah, the line's... And the
line's not good. He doesn't have anyone to throw to.
I don't know if you saw the first drive. Patriots looked great the first drive of the game. He was like 6 of 6 to start, and then he threw up the ball in the end zone for Parker, and he got bobbled and picked, and after that just went downhill. But I think Patriots are going to be one of those teams. Game flow has to go their way.
Yeah.
Or it's not happening.
All right.
Everybody's first drive of the year is scripted. But, Carrie, I'll say this about the Dolphins, adding on to your point. I think Tyreek Hill is a good enough player to be able to, carry Tua. He could take over games. He can get open. He's going to make Tua take the next step.
I don't know.
He's good enough to make
Tua take the next step. I'm going to have to see more.
All right, so I died, but I'm back for my second point. So, number 2. Jameis is the guy. This is Jameis' year. Jameis was very mediocre in those first 3
trying to get on Jameis 101's good side.
You want him back on the show.
Jameis went off in that fourth quarter. He was outstanding. Yes, it was the Falcons, but people have been hating on Jameis for years. I think this is the year he's going to shut people up. I don't think he's
top what?
What are we talking?
Not top 10, but I could see him in top 12 at best, 15 range.
12.
Which, I mean, you look around 12, 15, that's like Kyler Murray.
Well, you got to kick Dak out now, right?
Yes. But
Kyler's always going to be better than Jameis.
The Saints defense didn't play well in that game. The O-line didn't. Alvin Kamara didn't even show up for that game.
No.
Well, I think Michael Thomas is back. He had a couple touchdowns. I think Winston is back. Trevor's going to hate this. I'd mentioned this, I think, last week. Saints are coming for that division. I think they have a chance knocking off the Bucs. The Bucs look not good. Tom Brady looks slow.
My point number 5 is actually directly a disagree with what you just said, so I can't really say too much yet.
The Falcons aren't winning anything. Panthers are going to... I can't see the Panthers winning more than 9 games. Saints have a chance this year. Just wait.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk. Just wait till my point number 5 if you want to hear the full argument on that one.
All right. Number 3. You could probably guess. Niners need to start Jimmy.
No, come on.
Yes.
Okay. You just said that Darnell Mooney playing bad was because of the rain, and you're not giving us the same pass.
Lance should have not been starting from week 1. They're not winning.
Would
they're
they
not
have
going anywhere with Lance.
Would they have thrown the ball better with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yes, they would have won that. They would have. I would guarantee you they would have won that game with Jimmy G. Trevor agreed with me, even though he'll probably disagree with me now. They easily would have won that game.
I agree. I think Jimmy would have
Justin Fields. The Bears looked terrible. The only reason they came back in the second half because the Niners couldn't do anything.
It was pouring.
This team is better off with Jimmy G. For the future, probably they're better off with Lance. But for this season, they're still better off with Jimmy G. I can't see this team winning more than 9 games if Lance starts the whole year. This is a 10 to 12 win roster.
We'll see.
With Jimmy G.
We'll see.
Were you impressed by him? I mean, obviously it's the rain, but
yeah, I mean, I can't make a judgment off of that.
He
like him starting in a torrential downpour and everyone being out on him immediately is a little bit of an overreaction, in my opinion.
I'm happy Justin Fields got to win that game.
Justin Fields looked a lot better than he did, and Fields did not play well.
Yeah, but I'm glad he got to win because he's not going to be winning a lot of games this year in Chicago. I'm glad he got to win a fun one.
They're taking that division. All right,
the Bears.
I'm not that bro.
Oh,
okay. All right.
There's no way they're not 4th.
Dude, I was charging up. I was about to come at you.
Whoa. All right, this is not on my list, but I'm proud of the way the Lions played. Typical Lions fashion. They fight hard. They lost at the end.
Hang around at the end.
Such a Lions game.
That's what would happen if I ever fought a lion. It would be a good fight, but they would just lose at the end.
I forget. Lions have a winnable game. I forget who they play, but it's a winnable game. I still believe in the Lions. 1 loss. They fought hard. It's a good offense. I like them.
Week 2.
All right.
Yeah, so you're going to stop talking bad about DeAndre Swift now? Or no?
No.
They play Washington.
See, bro, it only takes you 1 week to believe what you want to believe.
Great.
But it's not enough to make you believe what you don't want to believe.
Trevor, he looked great. But his problem is his injuries. He doesn't stay healthy. He's in the
what about
same
Jameis? He just metaphorically gave the guy
I give him what?
A hand.
Praise.
You're gonna give him something with your hand, Kerry?
Double entendre.
The double entendre.
Hey, Swift, Barkley, they look great. Are they going to keep that up for the rest of the season? We're going to have to wait and see. Running backs is a harder position to predict than QBs.
For sure.
All right. Number 4. This is like points A and B. Yes, week 1 last year, the Packers looked awful.
Oh.
But this year, it is the Vikings division. They're going to run the NFC.
Wow.
Can I say something about that?
Point 2, Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in football.
Okay, your point 1, you were spot on. I was the only one that said they were going to win the division last week, so you're spot on with point 1. You point 2, you just threw it all away. All credibility down the toilet.
Justin Jefferson.
You had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Justin Jefferson is going to reach Randy Moss's level. He is that good.
You're crazy.
You look at their stats, first 2 years, not that far off. Justin Jefferson is unguardable.
Imagine being a stats nerd, bro. It's
the Packers
2022.
could do nothing with him.
Huh?
The Packers had no idea how to cover him. Yeah, Justin Jefferson ran. He almost had 200 yards. He had like 150 at halftime. He could do nothing on him. Kirk Cousins
made Jair Alexander look silly a couple times.
I know. Yeah,
somebody had Jair Alexander in their top 20.
Yeah, I know. My B, fam.
Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, that's a great duo. If that defense looked good, but Packers always start off slow. So, it's a little early, but if that defense can hold up, this team is going to be contender in the NFC.
Yeah.
Zach, I knew your Cousins, boy. What are your thoughts on that?
Kirk Cousins looked awesome. Who was it? It was, wasn't the Dan Patrick show, was it? Who's that guy that ran the Rick Eisen show? He said that this new coach in Minnesota, he said that he would unlock Kirk Cousins' ability to play well in big games. And
we're about to go in depth with Kirk Cousins.
Right now I like what I see. I think Kirk Cousins looks great. I think Justin Jefferson certainly has the ability to reach that level, Kerry.
He's not better than Devontae or Cooper Kupp.
Very early.
Cooper Kupp is good.
I think he's better than Cooper Kupp. First off,
I think he is too.
No.
Okay, don't be racist, Trevor.
Hey, Cooper Kupp is black.
That's not what the meme said on Twitter the entire NFL weekend. That's not what the
Matthew
meme
Stafford
said.
only throws to white players.
Oh, you mean like because Stafford only throws to white people?
Yeah.
Stafford is terrible. Also,
That's
I don't
crazy. He threw more to
He's not
freaking
good.
Ben Screwneck than freaking Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the injury, but Stafford sucks.
He did not look good.
He looked horrible.
Ugh.
We all agree on that. We all agree.
Here in the NFC. It's the Bucks here in the NFC. Wait, so Kerry, your last point.
They look bad.
We'll get into that. Kerry. So I have week 17 going into week 18. Both the Vikings and the Packers have 9 wins, and it's the game for the division, and I have the Vikings beating the Packers by 1 game and winning the division. So I was cooking.
I think it's be farther apart than that.
Really?
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't look like he wants to be there.
What about Lazard? You believe in Lazard?
He just wants to smoke, get high somewhere. He doesn't want to play football. I could see Aaron Rodgers just retiring.
Can you blame him? Can you blame him?
Next Antonio Brown to just retire and leave the game could be Aaron Rodgers. He's just like, screw this, I'm done.
He wouldn't do it all flashy. He would just pop a perky on the sideline and walk out.
I thought Rodgers was going to kill Christian Watson after that drop on that touchdown.
That was so bad.
That was horrible.
He's on my shit list. That was the worst drop of the year. Lawrence had the worst throw. That was the worst drop. I got to make a shit list right now. What's his name? Christian Watson?
Yeah.
Watson. But it's like, obviously this team's strength is going to be the defense. The defense looked horrible.
Yeah. But they were trying to guard the best wide receiver in football, in your opinion. So
they can do anything. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to have the same year with all these weapons. And
well, I mean, that's what he did last year after a terrible week 1 against New Orleans, where he threw 4 interceptions, I think.
He's still Devontae, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't think Allen Lazard coming back is going to save this team.
Oh, you never know. No, Allen Lazard slander. He's on like 3 of my fantasy teams. So
also, he's a future Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
There.
Zach's cooking tonight. Zach, I've disagreed with you in the past. You're doing a good one. Whatever you're drinking tonight, keep drinking that. Go Dolphins.
It's not my favorite beer, I'm going to be honest.
All right. I got 2 quick points before hitting my last one. Patrick Mahomes, I doubted him a bit in the offseason without Hill, but he looked great. 5 TDs. He's going to do well with other Cardinals.
Again, I was cooking.
I guess. My other one, I love the man, but Mitch Trubisky did not look good in that game. He just didn't turn it over.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see much of that one, so I can't make a comment right or left.
It was nothing impressive.
You don't watch football.
I didn't watch one game.
Honestly,
that was a good game though. That was a stressful game.
Pick it maybe soon.
I was teaching golf, and all I was getting in the group chat was 5 turnovers, Trevor. 5 turnovers.
All right, there's my number 5. The Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl drought is here. Trevor, get ready. 1, I'll give Burrow this. The O-line was supposed to be a lot better this year. They brought in Tony. The O-line was terrible again.
How are they worse than last year?
But Joe Burrow, my goodness, that was the worst game of his career. Nathan Peterman somehow took his soul, got it on the field, and started throwing picks. 4 picks, a turnover. Joe Burrow was horrible. Horrible. Evan McPherson, your other boy, blew that game. Yes, the snapper was out. Missed 2 kicks at the end. Trevor almost killed himself in a world will be your bathroom over this game. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert looked great. They might be my favorite in the AFC after the Bills.
You're a meat muncher,
Justin
dude.
Herbert looked great. Joe Burrow sucked. Justin Herbert is miles better than Burrow. Trevor, cry, tears, let's hear it.
Can I respond?
Yeah, let's
Are
hear
you going to interrupt me when I respond, or can I respond?
No. Go ahead.
I have notes on my phone. I was ready for this.
All right.
Right. So let me start cooking.
Before he starts, me and Trevor were watching the Chargers game, and Justin Herbert would throw a touchdown. Trevor would be like, "Oh, it's terrible. Everybody's defense." So I'm assuming it's gonna be something.
What would happen if he threw an incompletion?
Trevor would be like, "That guy sucks. He's the worst quarterback of all time." Joe Burrow would have made that throw.
All right. Well, I'm not going to stay here all ignorant and say Burrow is, the 5th best quarterback in the league like I did all offseason because I preached that for months. But I'm not going to say he's not just because of one bad game.
It's one bad game. Okay,
Yeah.
he's going to bounce back.
It's been a week. It's been 1 week, one game, and nobody knows who the 5th best quarterback in the league is. Nobody knows who the 5th best quarterback in the league is. I mean, Kerry, if you want to play this game, should Rodgers get benched next week?
What does that do?
Because he played bad? Huh?
I literally said Joe Burrow's going to bounce back. That was the worst game of his career. Obviously, he's going to be better than that. I don't think
Geno Smith is better than Matt Stafford.
What?
I mean, we're making a lot of heavy assumptions off of one game. I might join in on the fun.
Joe Burrow looked terrible. That's my assumption. Justin Herbert looked great.
Justin Herbert did not look great. Justin Herbert looked exactly how I thought he was going to look.
He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and win the game?
Cute and quirky in the first quarter, and then when it's time to win, when the game gets close, this is what happened from 5:57 on in the third quarter. The entire second half of the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter. A 3-play drive that went 5 yards and a punt. A 3-play drive that went 9 yards and a punt.
How many passes?
A 7-play drive that went 18 yards and got a missed field goal. And then a 3-play drive that went 7 yards and a punt.
How many passes?
They missed another field goal. Oh, no, that was the end of the game. So when the game got close and the Raiders started getting close,
they're running out the clock
down, and he punt, missed field goal, punt. The game was over. The defense carried him. Exactly what I thought. He's not a winner. He's not big time. He carried. The defense won that game. He's not putting up 20 points every week and acting like he's hot shit. I'm not buying it.
That was an average game for Herbert. 283 touchdowns, an average game for him.
We could even talk about the second half of the Bengals game because Joe Burrow played a lot better in the second half.
Yeah, he only had 1 interception instead of
his kicker missed kicks. He scored a field goal, scored a touchdown.
Wait, the best kicker in football missed?
The best kicker in the NFL missed? What?
The snapper was out. That's the most important thing when it comes to a kicker. The holder caught the ball back here. Hey, and the laces were, that's important. Evie Mack bounced back. He has 1 bad game a year.
Okay. So.
I'm not saying, because Justin Herbert, I'm not going to say he's bad. I'm just saying he's not better than Burrow. He's probably, I'm very confident saying he's a top 10 quarterback.
Seeing week 1, Joe Burrow 5 turnovers and a loss. Herbert 3 touchdowns, no picks, and a win. So you're saying seeing that
a win and a loss is a team stat. He also played the Raiders. Joe Burrow played the best defense in the NFL.
He played the Steelers. Trubisky was terrible.
Did you not see T.J. Watt?
The Steelers' offense scored, 6 points in that game?
Did Joe Burrow play against the offense?
He just threw it to the other team the whole game.
Did he play against the – you're talking about the offense. He didn't play.
He only needed to score
Listen. Joe Burrow should have been like Tom Brady and made his defense play better so that he could win that game.
Exactly. He should have motivated them a little harder.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess Justin Herbert's just a better quarterback because he motivates his defense better.
He's not. He tucked his head in, but he tucked his penis in between his butt cheeks and he hid down. He just went in his little hole, punt, missed field goal, punt. They should have lost that game. His defense carried him. They looked good, though. I was also disappointed with the Raiders' offense because I was excited to see their offense.
That was a career high. Derek Carr, 3 interceptions. It was a bit much.
Yeah.
Come on, Trevor. You can't be happy that does not help your cause. Trevor had probably one of the worst weeks of all time. The Colts sucked. The Broncos sucked. Evan McPherson sucked. Joe Burrow sucked. Week. Justin Herbert looked great. The Bucs won. I guess it's your
Herbert looked bad. He looked like a system, like a game manager.
Find me one person that says he looks bad that week. Find me one.
Okay, he's right here. He's got 2 thumbs and he's right here.
Find
he
one.
He looked like a game manager.
The game got close. He looked like a Toy Story villain.
The game got close. Punt, missed field goal, punt. Look it up. It's public knowledge. It's on Google.
It's called running the ball at the end to stop the clock. Or to kill the clock.
They almost lost. The defense won them that game. Justin Herbert didn't win shit.
Wait,
he won the game.
I thought wins and losses were a team stat.
They are. That's what I'm saying.
Is he a member of the team?
Trevor just made.
How many points did he score?
0.
He scored 0 points.
Trevor's points.
He didn't score 3 touchdowns.
The receivers did.
So he didn't throw them the ball?
If we're breaking it down,
so they just
scored the touchdown. But a win is not a quarterback stat, team stat.
Okay, what about points scored? Is that a quarterback stat?
No.
Wait, is playoffs a quarterback stat?
If we want to talk, you can
that's your argument against Herbert all the time.
I don't give a shit about stats. I care about football. When it's time to go out there and take your pants off and fight,
Trevor.
Coward.
Trevor.
And Joe Burrow had a much better second half. When the game
so you're saying Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Herbert?
I'm saying
No, you're saying Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Herbert because he won more games and made the playoffs last year, right? Herbert didn't, right?
No, I'm not talking about stats and wins and losses.
You talk about playoffs every week. You say that's why Herbert isn't good because he didn't make the playoffs. And now
I'm saying Burrow is better because he led his team to the playoffs, not because he made the playoffs. Because he led his team to the playoffs. And he played well in the playoffs. When it's time to go take your pants off and fight, he did it. Justin Herbert doesn't. I haven't seen it yet. He's got a great arm. He's a talented quarterback. He's got a beautiful arm. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback in the league. But when it's time to take your pants off and fight, his balls get all tiny and stick to his body.
All right,
Trevor, the Bengals
He's got a great arm.
Bengals making the playoffs this year?
Yes, book it.
Okay.
All right, Trevor, do your 5.
I would love to. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Point number 1. Let's go back to Thursday Night Football. I mean, I'm sure you guys could agree with this one. This is not very controversial. But I think that game could have been played 100 times, and the Bills would have won all 100 times.
Yeah.
The only reason they were in that game because of those turnovers.
Yeah, and they weren't even bad turnovers, really. The Bills were firing.
Yeah.
Like, on offense.
They could have put it, without the turnovers, they put up at least 50.
Kerry, you said they were overrated. That
they look insane. They're going to be hard to beat.
Defense looked good too.
Josh Allen, when he started like 12 for 12, he was insane to start that game.
And then he had a dumb turnover because the guy hits him right in the fucking chest and he hands the ball to the defense. I was so mad.
Dude, Von Miller looked great. They're going to be hard to beat. Chargers.
Chiefs.
Wait, here. I want to say this. I want to say this because I know Nando's going to get mad if I talk bad about Tua and I don't say this about Josh Allen.
Okay, Cook.
Josh Allen underthrew some passes. Even though they were touchdowns, he underthrew some passes. And he threw a lot of hitch routes that game, which isn't necessarily the toughest throw in football. So, really, I don't know what Nando wants me to say. He's like, these Josh Allen dick riders.
Zach, that was so petty.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Me and Nando had beef on Twitter the other day.
I saw it. I was aware. That was before I was locked out of my account. Apparently, I did something abusive on Twitter. So I got locked out of my account for the next 12 hours.
By that? No. All right. Trevor, what's your second one?
I think this was kind of one of your points, Gary, but this is all anonymous. We don't talk to each other about this before the show.
Yeah.
But my point number 2 is I might be overreacting still, but I think the Vikings are definitely winning that division. Like, I had the thought for the first time like 2 weeks ago. Last week I said it on the show, but like this week I feel really good about it.
Do you think this is the year Kirk Cousins proves people wrong? He gets so much hate. He doesn't win big games. Do you think this is the year he shuts people up?
Bro, YOTB and B stands for Babe Wake Up. Kirk Cousins is playing. Like, it's the year of the Kirk Cousins.
I love that. Okay.
Point number 3 that I've been talking about so much.
Wait, quick side question. So after week 1, you're still on the train that Chase is better than Jefferson? Or did we move on that? He's thinking about it.
Jefferson's making it close. Jefferson's getting closer.
Ooh, he's
wavering.
He's
wavering. Oh!
Jefferson's getting closer. I'll say that.
Wait, hold on. Wait, actually, go ahead and say your point 3. I'll come back and I'll have a shocked face.
Fair. All right, number 3.
He's making it closer, but yes, Chase is still better. And if Chase had a better line, he'd probably catch 2,000 yards. Anyways, point number 3. I wish Zach was here to hear this because I'm literally talking about him.
Just skip to do like 4. Oh, there he is.
Well, I'm talking about like everybody, but like Zach too. NFL fans, get this, are more dramatic than women. Zach, you're engaged. What do you think about this?
What'd you
NFL
say?
fans are more dramatic than women. Thoughts?
I don't hate that.
Carrie, you saw just 24 hours ago. Yes.
Trevor, I think you're Hienalu on the right tides. You know what I'm saying?
Are you speaking Hawaiian to me?
Yeah, you're surfing on
Okay.
the right. You're surfing on the right tides.
So I'm like, how do you say cooking in Hawaiian?
I don't know.
One weekend, Giants fans are like, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Gary, just 24 hours ago, you got to witness an extremely dramatic woman. So what do you think? Women or NFL fans? Who's more dramatic? Including yourself.
It might be NFL fans, dude. One win and fans are just hyped up. One good game, one bad game, they're like, get this guy out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate that opinion.
No, I like it.
Okay, so number 4, Zach. I'm so sorry I had to do this, but Jimmy G should be a starter in the NFL in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes! Cook!
I'm turned. I saw a lot of bad quarterback play this week. Not even bad, like shitty. Burrow had a bad week, but there was shitty quarterbacks playing football.
Yeah. Do you think he should take over from Trey Lance, though?
That's why I said he should be a starter. He should either take the starter there, and if they don't, trade him. There's
because
like 5 places.
Because if you're saying he should take over from Trey Lance after 1 week, I think that applies back to your first question, where that's an overreaction and over dramatic.
But I think there's like 5 destinations.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So that's why I didn't say he should be starting in San Francisco, but he should be a starter in the NFL.
If he was in Cleveland, they'd be
for 11 games.
Yeah,
they barely won that game with Brissett, and he didn't do anything. If they had Jimmy G, they could win that division.
He could do just more than nothing, and they probably would have won that game by a lot more.
Yeah, Brissett that was the most boring game of all time passing wise. I think he had 170 yards, one touchdown, something like that.
Nick Chubb snapped though.
Yeah.
Hunt did too.
Yeah.
He really hit hard.
He does hit hard. Do you know who hits harder? Tyreek Hill.
You know who hits harder? Ray Rice.
Do you know who loves harder? Deshaun Watson.
You know who hits harder? Monica.
All right, Trevor, what's your
I got some unhealed trauma there. I'm just kidding. Number 5, I actually got some Jacobs Creek Cabernet. I don't know how to say the next word to celebratory.
Sports? Severely sports. We're not.
I know, but this is a celebratory point because my Bucks are winning the division in their sleep.
What
in their sleep?
What did you see in that game that made you think that?
I saw the other 3 teams look like bottom feeders.
What?
In the division. The Panthers, you can't beat the Browns with Jacoby Brissett. And then the freaking 2, I can't even say that word on the show, fighting with the Falcons and the Saints. Looked like 2, how can I say this and not be offensive? But like 2 really dumb people fighting. Like you and Carrie fighting. It was like the Falcons. It was like a mid-off.
2 retards.
Horrible.
I don't think any of the NFC South teams look good.
Bucks only gave up 3 points. And we got Tom Brady.
To a quarterback that played like garbage.
Yeah, but we got Tom Brady.
Tom Brady did not look good.
Tom Brady looked like Peyton Manning in the second half of his last season in the NFL.
Tom Brady did not look good. He's on his way out.
Yeah.
May I redirect focus to point number 3? NFL fans are more dramatic than women.
No.
We're talking about Tom Brady.
He's old.
We're talking about Peyton Manning.
He's been old for 7 years.
Yes, but here's the thing. Every time you get an old quarterback, right, there comes a point and you see it happens like that. Okay?
I don't think he does not seem like he wants to be there.
He doesn't.
He's got issues going on with his family. Gronk's not there.
But imagine when he gets over that girl, right? What happened to you when you got over that girl, your ex? You started thriving. The same thing's going to happen to Tom Brady. MVP season.
Who said that he got over his ex?
I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to put it out there. I'm trying to remember, Carrie, it's okay.
Says the guy that just brought up his not his most previous ex-girlfriend, but the one before that, like 5 minutes ago.
You bring her up like every other episode.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Do you want me to message her for you?
Absolutely not. Here's another point number. What am I at now?
5.
You already did 5.
Oh yeah, celebratory wine. Also, point number 6, just a little side point. You guys got to remember, quarterbacks in new situations on new teams, like you got to knock the rust off. Don't hate. Don't hate the first chance you get to hate. They're gonna knock some rust off. They're gonna be fine.
I'll give that.
It was the Texans. I just like to point out it was the Texans.
Texans are fire. They're winning the next 6 games of the year. They're gonna be the best 6-win team of all time.
No.
Dude, Davis Mills was great first half. He kind of fell off late, but they're a fighting team. They're like the Lions of the AFC, just worse. But they try.
All right.
That wraps it up. My team has been pushed. I've defended myself. I feel undefeated.
All right, so pick 'em. Last week we had the Dolphins, Patriots, Panthers, Browns, Chargers, Raiders. I think we all went 2 for 3, right?
Yeah.
What were they?
Dolphins, Patriots, Panthers, Browns, and Chargers, Raiders.
I think I went 1 for 3.
I went 2. Yes, Zach did pick something.
Yeah, you picked the Patriots. So me and Trevor went 2 for 3.
Yeah.
So we had about like 180 responses. Only about 20 people got it right.
That's crazy.
So week 1 winners. I'll do half of them. Trevor will do a few. So we got at B Oliver 36, Bernard. He's a lover of sports and arts. Good job. At Ian Marshall Stark. He's an electrical guitarist. Good job. Philosopher _ Rob. Philosopher, go Skull.
Philosopher Rob.
You got JJ, you're good. At Cleveland _ Rebuilds. He's a Gator fan. Poor guy.
Sad time.
Go Gators, yes sir.
At 4Ice Noop 86, go Wolverines. At Berkey Turkey 1, go Bills. Great first week.
Turkey.
At Swirly 1522, Grandma straight out of the Bronx. At Lee Kintheim, Jack the Browns fan.
YOTB, the B stands for Berkey.
I'm not gonna Jack the Browns fan. That's first of all. That sounds like Jack the Browns quarterback or something.
Right. At Dylan 6745 Live 1. He's a GPP pro. Works for Roto Sharks. At MPGG CFO Mike Green. He's a great golfer. We got at 86 Canes Anthony straight out of Houston. Good job.
Canes.
Trevor, I'll let you get the rest.
Shout out to Paco, my boy Waco. If you want to talk to Paco, join our Discord. Paco is one of my favorite people on this list. We got Dolphins 954 Stan. Go Fins. Matthew Sandifo. Apparently he's an easygoing man. I don't know. I don't write these notes. They just get sent to me. Caleb Ferguson. Apparently he can mimic my voice. Buckshot 221. Patrick. Go Browns. Stafiri _ Mark the writer. Apparently you write. Go Bulls. Grizz Go Sports. Apparently you're just like me. You're an LeBron James meat muncher. Like I said, I don't make these notes. Nick Chubb fan, just an average Nick Chubb fan. You're not average if you listen to Beer League Football. And Robin Rihanna RF. I don't know if that's like your name, Rihanna, or like the famous Rihanna, but Rihanna is really hot. So shout out to you. And Mac Attack LFG. Apparently you're a Mac Jones simp, so sad time to be you, buddy. But good job winning pick.
By the way,
like the top 10%.
Speaking of famous female artists, do you know who I share a birthday with?
John Denver.
No.
Jay-Z.
His wife, Beyonce.
Oh, that's hot. I should have told her happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, so week 1 pick'em is done. Carrie and Trevor, we need to keep a standings of this, by the way. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, so week 2, our 3 games for the week. First, Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. Trevor, go first.
Can we do this game last?
No, do it first.
Nope.
You said Dolphins at Ravens?
Yeah.
The Dolphins beat the Ravens in Miami last year.
God forgive me. We're taking the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins too. They're good.
Give me Lamar.
Zach, I love you.
Zach having a pick between Lamar
I
and
hope
Tua.
I'm wrong. I hope Zach is right.
Zach picking between Lamar and Tua is just so hard for him. Wait, Zach, what were your thoughts on Lamar week 1? He had some good throws, didn't he?
Yeah, he played good.
He did.
He played
Deep
good.
bomb with Bateman?
Looked good. He looked comfy in the pocket. He doesn't want to run and get hit because he's not working out that contract.
Yeah, fair. Wait, do you guys think he'll be there next year, or you think he gets traded?
Listen, if I understand correctly, the contract they offered him was insane, and he still said no.
Yeah, he wanted more guaranteed.
It was 180 million guaranteed out of a 225 million dollar contract.
I thought it was 130 guaranteed.
I thought it was 180.
But he wanted Watson money because Watson got a ton guaranteed.
Yeah, Watson also would. Never mind.
Lamar got an MVP. Watson doesn't. Watson got charges.
All right, I know who Trevor's picking, but all
Watson got misdemeanors.
Bucks at Saints. I'm taking the Saints, upsetting the Buck. Hey, Tom Brady has not beat the Saints since he's been there.
You can't go 8-0 until you go 2-0. Give me the Bucks.
Zach,
I'm gonna agree with Kerry. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I
think the Bucks
building my lead this week.
I think the Saints did not look as bad as the Bucks looked last week. So,
all right, our last game, the official. I feel like it's our official team of Beer League. We got the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. I'm going Lions. Sorry, Carson Wentz, but Dan Campbell. Zach, you got.
This is a tough one. I like both of these teams. But I think I'm gonna go Detroit. I'm gonna give Dan Campbell the dub.
Trevor?
This is a barely football episode. This is a Detroit Lions fan club. 3 for 3. Give me the Lions.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Time for rapid fire. Ready?
I was born
This
ready.
has got to be rapid because I got to pee.
Fair.
You should have shown up on time.
Yeah.
I'm pinching myself under the table. So
all right.
Let's be rapid. Let's go. I'm ready.
Describe Aaron Rodgers as a QB in one word. High.
I'm going to use a hyphen.
Sure.
Or actually 2 hyphens. Back to back. It's back-to-back MVP.
There. Trevor? This is rapid fire.
Oh, I missed Devontae Adams.
That's
right.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, what was the question?
It's one word.
Oh, Devontae. I tried to tell you guys.
True or false? Justin Jefferson is better than Jamar Chase.
False.
True.
False.
Well, all right. What was the worst fantasy football decision you made this week? Mine was starting Nick Folk in like 4 leagues.
Cam Akers really disappointed me.
Aaron Rodgers.
There. All right. True or false? Daniel Jones will not be the Giants' starting QB next season. True.
Why did you ask it like that? You should have just said he will be the whatever. I say he's whatever it means if he's not the quarterback next year.
He will not be.
Sure.
I'm going to say true. He's not going to be.
All right. Who's your way too early pick for MVP? I'm still going Herbert, and we asked this last week.
You're such a boat, though.
After week 1, guys.
It's Josh. It's Josh.
I was going to go Josh Allen, yeah.
It's Josh. Yeah.
I don't hate Herbert, but...
Do you know who I saw as an MVP candidate? I saw Justin Jefferson. If he keeps this up, I mean, wide receiver getting MVP is insane, but not crazy.
MVP, he might win OPOY, but he's not winning MVP. MVP is a quarterback award.
Yeah, Cup didn't get it last year, but all right, Zach has to sit this one out. You can steal one player from the Jaguars. Who are you taking? I'm taking Josh Allen.
MVP?
I wish.
Jeez, I guess I'll take Josh Allen too.
Trayvon Walker's he looked good too.
Oh no, Trayvon Walker.
He looked good.
All right, start one, bench one, cut one. Mac, Tua, Jalen Hurts.
Gary, I ratioed you so hard on this. Hurts,
Mac,
Tua,
Mac. Hurts.
Hurts to a Mac.
Wait, what?
Start Mac, bench Tua, cut Hurts.
That's what you said?
Yep. Hurts is not good. I don't care.
Start Hurts,
You're
bench
bad.
Mac, cut Tua.
They're all not good.
Hurts is better than both of them.
He's not. All right, is Matthew Stafford overrated, properly rated, or underrated?
He's a little overrated still.
I think he's a little overrated currently, yeah.
Fair. True or false? Aaron Donald is the greatest of all time defensive tackle.
Well, he plays right in, doesn't he?
Oh, he in there. He's in the trenches.
Yeah.
That's not what it says on Madden, but okay.
Oh, that Madden sucks. We need to make when we get big. We need to take over Madden and just call it Beerly 38. Bro, are you getting Beerly 38 this year? Yeah.
All-time best defensive tackle.
How many defensive tackles do you think I know?
I'm gonna say false just because I don't know.
Warren Sapp's probably the next best one.
Warren Sapp's up there. I mean, there's a couple good players.
So many people said Reggie White, but Reggie White is a defensive end.
Yeah. Could go Vince Wilfork.
Are you serious?
Could
He's
go.
a top 5 figure.
I've seen him naked.
Fletcher Cox.
Scary. Shut up, Zach. All right, last two. Will Kyler Murray be a top 10 quarterback this season?
No.
Fantasy or just quarterback?
Quarterback.
At any point or at the end of the year?
Any point.
Yes.
Oh, any point?
No, end of the year.
End of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
No. He'll be number 11.
Like 12, 15 range?
I think I have him probably like 15.
Number 11.
16.
Number 11. Number 11.
All right, we're 1 games in. They tied their first game. Colts will win blank games this season. You guys change from last week or?
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm saying 10.
I'm changing mine because I gave them that game in mine.
I gave them 10 wins. I'm keeping with it. 10 wins.
They're still winning that division.
I say Cook.
I'm going to go 8-8-1.
Jeez, Zach.
I had them at 9-8, and they lost to a team they should have won, or they tied a team they should have won.
You think they're going to win the division at 8-8-1?
Maybe.
Is that the new NFC least?
No, because it's in the AFC. Dumbass.
Wow, that hurt. Cried. All right, that's it for Rapid Fire.
All right. Well, why don't you guys plug our Twitter, our Instagram, our Facebooks? We don't have a Facebook. But our YouTube, all that stuff.
I'll do a couple. Make sure to follow us on Twitter if you haven't already, at Beerly Football, at Beerly Sports. I do an NBA basketball show with YOTV Dork called Beerly Hoops. Check that out. It's the year of the beer. I got to pee. That's all I got.
Also on Instagram at Beerly Sports, TikTok at Beerly Sports, YouTube at Beerly Sports. We still have other entities. Beerly Baseball podcast coming soon, probably next week or two. First episode. Beerly Hockey. We'll have an episode in the next week or two also. Follow them on Twitter. Beerly Bets also for bets. And that's it for us. Just follow us on Twitter. Rapid Fire. Before we do it on the show, don't miss it. See you guys next week.
So make sure you also follow Carrie, Trevor, and I. I'm Beerly Zach. There's Beerly Carrie, Beerly Trev.
Sadly, you can't follow Trevor, though, at the moment.
Oh, yes. He
was restricted for hateful comments, so hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yikes. Anyway, you can follow me and Carrie, which, I mean, honestly, if you want good football takes, he's the only two guys you should come to anyways. So we will see you guys next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Exciting season so far. Hope it continues. Right, Carrie?
Hope so. Another week. Thursday's going to be a great game. Chargers, Chiefs. I'm hyped for that game.
That's going to be exciting. All right. See you next week.